Ladies and gentlemen, it is wonderful to have you here. Welcome to a Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. I just want you to know we work on the show up to the very, very last second around here. We're like a distillery. We want it to be brandy by the time it touches your tongue. It's a metaphor. I'm not going to touch your tongue. No letters, please. Folks, check your calendars. It's April 22nd, which means Happy Earth Day. Not to be confused with Earth, Wind, and Fire Day, which is, of course, the... In honor of Earth Day, throughout tonight's monologue, I'll be presenting Earth Facts.
It's my special day.
Earth fact number one, over 70% of Earth's surface is water.
I'm all wet.
Of course, Earth Day is like prom in that every year has a theme. This year's is Restore Our Earth. Yes, we have to. Or pretty soon the theme's going to be Enchantment Under the Sea. Climate change is getting harder to ignore. Last year, wildfires blazing in the Arctic Circle set new emissions records. The Atlantic hurricane season raged stronger than ever, and we reached the end of the hottest decade ever recorded. Most of that came in the last year due to the rise in Bridgerton butt. Does it have to be that blurred? It looks like he has a condition. It has to be that blurred? No crack.
No crack.
But I can say crack, and I can talk about butt crack, but we can't show butt crack.
Right, and just no taint.
And no taint at all. Climate deniers complain that doing anything is doing too much, but we just learned the price of doing nothing. One insurance company estimates that climate change could cut the world economy by $23 trillion in 2050. As crop yields fall, disease spreads, and rising seas consume coastal cities. It's not a good sign when your insurance company sounds like the Book of Revelation. That explains this new ad.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you from the dragon whose tail will sweep the stars from the sky, and lo, the lamb will break the seventh seal.
Repent, sinners!
Hey, let's get another Earth fact. The Earth is not really a sphere. It's an oblate spheroid.
I've got some junk in the trunk.
In honor of Earth Day, Joe Biden held a virtual climate summit, which made history as the first digital gathering of 40 world leaders. 40 is a lot. I mean, there were only 3 leaders present at Yalta, and you may not know this, but Roosevelt, Churchill, and Stalin met via semaphore. Today, Joe Biden made this historic announcement.
The United States sets out on the road to cut greenhouse gases in half by the end of this decade.
That's an ambitious goal that can be met only by sharply cutting back oil, gas, and coal use. That's going to be rough on Santa. Ho, 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 Katie. You've been naughty, but coal's been canceled. So here's the Snyder cut of cats. He's cutting everything now. He's cutting everything. Biden is reversing the previous administration, which pulled out of the Paris Accords. Climate policy czar Gina McCarthy explained the U.S. is back in the game. That game, don't break the ice. Hey, it's time for another Earth fact. At random intervals over the last 4 billion years, the Earth's north and south magnetic poles have flipped.
I swing both ways.
Biden wasn't the only Washington insider trying to save the planet in honor of Earth Day. The House Oversight Committee heard testimony from teen climate activist Greta Thunberg, seen here watching you decide if you're going to wash out that peanut butter jar before you drop it in the bin. Thunberg did not mince the words.
I don't represent any financial or political interests. I am not a lobbyist. I have nothing to offer you.
Okay, thank you, Greta. Thanks for coming. Let's move on to the testimony from the CEO of Nestle with proposals on how to make all of our fresh water more chocolatey. Thunberg ended up with a powerful threat.
We, the young people, are the ones who are going to write about you in the history books. We are the ones who get to decide how you will be remembered. So my advice for you is to choose wisely.
Are you listening, my fellow oldies? Teens are the ones who are going to write about us. Have you talked to teens? They are savage. One of them told me I look like the twin Bob Saget tried to strangle in the womb. And it's time for another Earth fact. Notable Earthlings include Jeffrey Donovan, star of USA's Burn Notice.
Yum, yum, give Mama some.
Not everyone in Congress is excited about saving the planet. Take Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene wearing the latest couture from the Fred Flintstone collection. Despite her name, Greene is a staunch opponent of the Green New Deal because it refuses to take on the global threat posed by Jewish space lasers. So she has challenged one of the Green New Deal's authors, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, to a pay-per-view style debate. Of course, all the best policies decided on pay-per-view. Who could forget when Lincoln defeated Douglas at Debatemania 1? AOC hasn't said anything about this in public, but Greene seemed to think it was on when she tweeted, "I'm glad I ran into you today, AOC, to plan our debate about the Green New Deal. After I finish reading all 14 pages, like we agreed, it's time to schedule time for our debate." Wait, she hasn't read the Green New Deal? Then how does she know she doesn't like it? Isn't that the plot of the Dr. Seuss classic, Green New Deal and Ham? For Pete's sake, it's just 14 pages long. That's shorter than a Cheesecake Factory menu. Well, let me explain to you what's in the Green New Deal, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Do you have a copy of the Green New Deal? Because I have not had a chance to read all of any of it. I didn't want to print all 14 pages. Think of how many trees that would be. Besides, I'm a comedy writer, not a comedy reader, is what it says in my prompter here. In other news from the Earth, we just found out that the Postal Service is running a covert operations program that monitors American social media posts. Wait, whoa, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. You've been a spy this whole time? I didn't realize 007 was a zip code. Apparently, the mail-based spy operations involve having analysts trawl through social media sites to look for what the document describes as inflammatory postings. Really? I thought the most advanced technology the post office had was self-adhesive stamp. The top secret squad is called Internet Covert Operations Program, or ICOP. ICOP's just like regular cop, but they're ergonomically designed, cost $900, and will not pair with my speakers no matter how hard I try. What ICOP is looking for is information about planned protests, looking specifically at right-wing leaning Parler and Telegram accounts. Now, after the Capitol riot, I get why the government would want to monitor right-wing extremists online, but the post office? That's just going to make MAGA heads even more paranoid. A government agent comes to my door every day. He knows where I live and what catalogs I get. He knows everything about my bed, my bath, and my beyond. When asked for comment, the Postal Service issued this statement: in order to preserve operational effectiveness, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service does not discuss its protocols, investigative methods, or tools. Okay, they're stalling. There's only one way to get any insight into this shadowy organization: an elite team of Postal Service watchdogs called the Inspectors, wired for justice and canceled 2 years ago by CBS.
To enjoy this show, stream The Inspectors on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus, a mountain of canceled entertainment.
Hey, it's time for our next Earth Fact. Unlike Saturn, Earth doesn't have rings, but it wears one to the bar so weirdos won't hit on it.
Not true. Buy me a drink and I'll bone like a badger.
Speaking of space, it's time for Space News! Earth Day edition. Mars Update. This week on the Red Planet, NASA's Perseverance rover turned carbon dioxide into oxygen. In response, trees said, "Big whoop, NASA, call me when you crank out 1 acorn." Still, this is an incredible breakthrough. When you think of planets in desperate need of a way to deal with excess carbon dioxide on Earth Day, you think Mars. This scientific feat is all thanks to a toaster-sized experimental instrument called the Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment, or MOXIE. That's right, that little toaster's got moxie, see? It's the bee's knees, turning tired old carbon into gas that puts pep in your step. How does it work? A little gumption and a lot of cocaine. They used to put cocaine in a lot of things back in the 20s, evidently. Let's take a little Moxie look-see. There she is. It looks like C-3PO if he never escaped the trash compactor. After 2 hours of heating up, Moxie was able to produce 5.4 grams of oxygen, which is enough to sustain an astronaut for about 10 minutes. Or longer if you just shut the damn door on the rocket. We're not making oxygen for the whole solar system here. Now, arguably, the biggest news on Earth is a headline that has consumed the internet for the past 48 hours. I'm not making any of this up. On Tuesday, news station KTVB in Boise, Idaho, Boise's news leader, home of the fightin' tater tots, tweeted this picture of one of their anchors, Mark Johnson, along with a link to his bio and a caption that just said, Mark Johnson. This is the most confusing news alert since Truman beat Dewey, and the Chicago Trib ran the headline, Mark Johnson. This tweet, which again just said Mark Johnson, went absolutely viral. Everyone was talking about it, from USA Today to Newsweek to the Today Show, who asked, who is Mark Johnson? And why did his TV station tweet his name? It's official. We've been stuck in our houses for too long. Oh my God, honey, get over here. A man on the internet has a name. Spoiler, it's not an interesting one. Everyone is talking about Mark Johnson. Even the #1 source of Mark Johnson news, Mark Johnson.
Something happened last night and continued into today that has kind of, well, consumed me. And I have to tell you, it's something I don't fully understand. But basically, I updated my bio on our website yesterday with new information about my new grandbaby, twins going to college, other things. Our web team posted it online, which was blasted onto our company Twitter account with no context on why it was up online other than my name, Mark Johnson.
Mark Johnson is reporting on Mark Johnson. This story is becoming a Mark eating its own Johnson. But Johnson had a takeaway from this whole experience.
After everything we have all been through in this past year, and with so many looking for even a momentary diversion and little levity from the daily grind, if this little Twitter event provided that, then I guess I can chuckle along with everyone else at my expense.
Some people might say that after a difficult year of pain and loss, it was Mark Johnson who finally gave the world a reason to smile. Some are suggesting Mark Johnson should be showered with praise and monetary rewards, and perhaps even some sort of Mark Johnson-themed national holiday. Who am I to say? Just beloved hero Mark Johnson. And now, before we go, we've got one more Earth fact.
Mark Johnson.
That.
You're welcome, Mark Johnson. We had a great show for you tonight. My guests are Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. But when we come back, meanwhile, stick around.